it feels like just as I'm getting used to the cadence of the college football playoff rankings release, we're going to start it all over again in a couple of years, because the second week that the college football playoff rankings are released, we get great action being played almost certainly afterward. We got to start a college basketball season, but we are also getting to the nitty gritty, the fine details of fine tuning who are the 4 best teams in college football as we see it and what the college football playoff is going to look like. We got a little bit closer to that in week 11. And I want to start with that by asking you, Geoff, what stood out to you, top line thought about this week's college football playoff rankings?
The top line thought is it should all play out in front of us, right? And I know it's a boring thing to say, but as someone with a team, in rooting interest of this with the Oregon Ducks, it kind of will all play out in front of us, in my opinion. There were some downstream things I thought were very interesting, like Notre Dame being 20th. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. They lost to Stanford a month ago, but okay. Like I get it, 6-3, man. Like, all right. I thought the UCLA being 12 was kind of ludicrous when USC is 8, who has 0 wins against ranked opponents. They had been Cal by 6. Ooh, Arizona by 7. Wow. The Beavers by 3. Like, the Bruins have 2 wins against top 25 teams, including a team 13th in the poll. Like, I just saw there's some downstream things I think are fairly interesting, but the top feels about where it's supposed to be. And again, this will all play itself out, right? Teams will play each other and it'll all work itself out. But I felt it was pretty fair, kind of where they put everyone and kind of the expectations of the teams moving forward.
I find it fascinating that we can form together like Voltron against Notre Dame, because that has been my whipping boy of choice this week as, hey, man, Notre Dame is really questionable. As a matter of fact, Stanford stands for we beat Colgate, Arizona State, and Notre Dame. That's on your resume, Notre Dame. And I understand you got to win against Clemson and 27-0. I think it's actually 33-0 in ACC competition. But as I said, what good is being undefeated in the ACC if you can't win no natty? And then Brian Kelly says, that's why I went to LSU and upset against, I want to say they were 9.5-point dog to Alabama when they played that game. That's outstanding. But to your point about the Pac-12, it's going to be very interesting. I find it fascinating that you, Oregon Duck fan, and also lead USC hater you need, yes, 100%, you need USC to remain a one-loss team until they play, hopefully, in the Pac-12 championship against your Ducks, if you want to get into the college football playoff. But, my sense is, Geoff, you could take it or leave it. Like, you'd rather play in the Rose Bowl at this point.
What's wrong with the one-loss UCLA team in the Pac-12 championship game?
Ooh, so the team you were just telling me is not very good. You want to have them in the Pac-12 championship?
No. It was the other way around. You're telling me USC was already. No,
gotcha.
UCLA is going to beat USC next weekend. I'll tell you right now. We're going to preview this game next Tuesday. I'm going to tell you right now. They're going to beat USC next weekend. Okay. USC made Jake Plummer, who's Cal's quarterback, look like Pat Mahomes on Saturday night.
They scored 35. Like, it was your point that was raised. Like, the point you raised about
then against UC Davis, points and yardage. Look, USC is exactly what I thought they'd be. Offensively, incredible. Caleb Williams is amazing. He is so good. They're not even playing with Williams or Addison right now, right? Their O-line's back. Their defense couldn't stop the 4 of us, right? Me, you, and our 2 production staff from scoring this weekend. It is what it is. Like, you can't be that bad on defense and beat UCLA. It's not going to happen.
In our defense, our production staff is actually deeper than 2 people. But
the people that I see before we come on.
To your point, like, I was thinking as I'm watching this game play out, man, Geoff is just losing his mind because it's going the way he always says it goes, which is they're going to score a bunch of points and they're going to count on taking the ball away from the offense as they give up a ton of yardage and more points. But hey, credit to Alex Grinch, who has made it very clear he cares about tackles for loss and takeaways. And that has led to a 1-loss start to the season against a team that is ranked inside of the top 25 in Utah, and a team we all think is very good. I also think that it's important to point out in these college football playoff rankings that the top 4 all control their own destiny, which is kind of nice to see. That's very nice to see. I enjoy that aspect of it. Thank you for watching the #1 college football show. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you don't miss any of the best college football coverage in America.